From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the Evening News Blast. LGBTQ Nation is reporting a chaotic school board meeting in Maine on Wednesday night confirms a trend among anti-trans MAGA activists, or MAGA activists, desperate for attention in Donald Trump's crusade against trans identity, stripping in public. The Augusta School Board devolved into partially nude anarchy last week when local MAGA activist Nick Blanchard, who led the stunt, delivered an angry speech from the podium as two women stripped down to their underwear next to him and yelled at board members in the audience. Blanchard, who wore a baseball cap bearing the number 47 embossed in gold, railed at officials for upholding Maine's interpretation of Title IX, which the state has steadfastly said allows trans student athletes to participate in school sports. The U.S. Department of Justice is suing Maine for defying Trump's executive order, keeping men out of women's sports. The stunt followed a lengthy debate among board members at the sparsely attended meeting, after a member introduced a motion to defy state law and follow Trump's diktat. Said Republican member Katie McCormick, "Don't take girls' voices away, don't take girls' rights away," Just the News reports. "I don't want to talk about this anymore," she added. "I want this to be done tonight, and us to do the right thing, and us to get on with our lives." "This is going to be pretty unpopular with some of you," countered board member Charles Hicks, "but I'm going to say it. Executive order is not the law until it has gone through the process." The board ultimately decided to stick with state law and not take any further action on the contentious issue. Well, minutes later, Blanchard took to the podium during public comment. "You guys had an opportunity tonight to become heroes, and you guys became zeros," Blanchard snarled. That's when his anti-trans accomplices started their show. As two women began removing their clothing, Blanchard yelled at the board, "You feel uncomfortable? Because that's what these young girls feel like when a boy walks into the locker room and starts unchanging in front of them. Yeah, you feel uncomfortable, right? You feel uncomfortable, huh?" Someone in the room let loose with a boo as the protesters bared themselves. "You can look at me like that all you want, but that's exactly how they feel," Blanchard scolded his neighbors and assembled officials. "What about what happened in Virginia with that boy that raped a young girl in a bathroom, then got sent to another school and did it again?" Blanchard ranted, pointing fingers. "What are we going to do when that happens here? How are you going to look in that girl's face and say, 'Sorry, I didn't protect you'?" The assaults Blanchard referenced were widely misrepresented by the same right-wing media consumed by anti-trans MAGA activists like Blanchard. The boy who committed the assault was not trans. "Oh, we can't change it because it's not the law," Blanchard derisively quoted the board members. "It got changed by an executive order by Biden, which is why we're here in the first place. You guys get paid to sit here tonight," Blanchard railed on, while the strippers glared next to him. "Guess what? We don't. I was at work all day. Now it's almost 11 o'clock. I still haven't had dinner." The school board stripping trend has picked up steam since Moms for Liberty campaigner Beth Bourne staged a similar stunt in California last month to protest the Davis Unified School District's trans inclusive bathroom and locker room policies. "Right now, we require our students to undress for PE class, so I'm just going to give you an idea of what that looks like when I undress," Bourne said at the start of her remarks. She then removed her top and continued to speak over the board members' objections. Bourne is the same unhinged conservative who went viral last year when she saw three drag queens sitting in the lobby of a hotel in Hawaii. She screamed their presence would inspire her son to, and I'm not making this up, quote, "think he can put on makeup and high heels and have his penis cut off and take estrogen and grow fake boobs," end quote. Bourne may or may not have been inspired by another stunt undertaken by a Texas man at a school board meeting in 2021, during which he protested mask mandates at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. "Mr. Akers, I understand," one member said to him as he stood before the board dressed only in boxer briefs, "but if you wouldn't mind putting your pants back on for a comment, that would be appreciated." Folks, That's the News Blast this hour. If you're watching our news videos on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. PEP Radio is now available on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, and Alexa. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.